Alright folks, so we got this flat tire, and I've located the puncture point right there by my thumb. There's a piece of nail or wire or something stuck in there. So the first thing we need to do is get that out. And I've gathered a collection of instruments of destruction here that I'm going to try to grab hold of that piece of nail and pull that out of the tire with. It's probably going to take some manhandling to do it. Well, there's one piece. There's a second piece here though. It's barely sticking out. Alright, so there are my two pieces. So it looks like I for sure have two holes to plug. So the first thing I need to do is I need to take this tool here, and it's just for roughing up and cleaning my holes, because obviously they're probably not round, covered in rust, that nail, and this thing here is not really wanting to go in very well, but I'm going to have to work at this for a little bit. Alright, it's going in. Give that some twist. Pull it out. That's nice and roughed up. Then we got the second hole here. You see it takes quite a bit of pressure. Alright. So get that one worked in. Pull it out. Alright, so the next thing we need to do is take these pieces here and insert them into the hole. These are essentially like little pieces of yarn or felt that have been covered in tar. And so what we're going to do is we're going to open this up, get one of these guys that's loose, and we're going to insert it. We're going to insert it into here. And if I remember right, I can kind of flatten that out a little bit. Now I'll get a pair of pliers and pull on it. Maybe we won't even need the pliers. There we go. So get that centered in there, and then we're going to put it into the hole, and we're going to put this in there about 2/3 of the way in. But before we do that, I almost forgot, we need to coat this with some rubber cement. The tire repair kit that I bought, it comes with rubber cement. This is made by Slime, is the brand of this. And so hopefully there's some in here. It is empty. Kind of odd. Doesn't look like it leaked out, but it is empty. So I got some more rubber cement in the house. I'll go get some of that. Alright, so we got some handy dandy rubber cement here. And I'm just going to smear some of that on here. Doesn't really matter if I drip it on the tire, I guess, does it? Alright, so here's hole number 1. And get that down in there. Not wanting to go. Alright, I may need to get a drill. I'd really rather not do that. Try rocking it a little bit. That seems to be helping. Alright, I'm going to push this in to where it's a little bit over halfway in. We're nowhere near close to that. Alright, so I got me a hammer. See if maybe that'll help get this thing down in there. I don't think that's going to work. See, that's not in there hardly any at all. I think I may try to roughen up the hole a little bit more. I can see that there's steel cords down in there. So that hole's pretty tight. The other hole's going to be even worse. This does not want to go. Alright. So you can see it's finally disappearing down in there. It's still pretty tight though. But I think it's in there far enough. Now you want to make sure you don't twist this or nothing. You just want to grab this and pull it straight up as fast as you can. Hopefully I can get it out. And it popped right out. So at least that part worked. Alright. So I'm going to try to fill this other hole with a patch. And then we'll trim this excess off afterwards. Alright, so it's another reason I guess I want you to make sure you ream this hole out real good. Just get it wide enough to where that patch tool will fit down in there. Because until I did this, it just was not going to go. Alright, we got our last patch thing here. I'm going to make it a little easier instead of wrestling with this. It's a little easier. Still kind of tough. But there it goes. Alright, get that about halfway. So we'll put some rubber cement on it. Put it in there. In fact, let me go ahead and trim the excess off on this one. Make it a little bit easier to see the second hole that I'm patching. So you basically just want to cut this off. I don't want to, these are just wire cutters, so I'm not going to cut it perfectly. I don't want to pinch it and then pull my patch out. So I'm just going to kind of get most of it cut with that, and then we'll cut the excess off with my handy dandy pocket knife here. Alright, so we got rid of that. Now rubber cement dries pretty quick. You can see I'm not getting any of that on my hands or anything. It's already kind of gummed up. It's still gummy feeling, but it's not sticky. Alright, so some rubber cement on this one. And we'll try to push it down here in this hole again. Man, it's a long walk. Alright, this thing's kicking my butt. I can't tell if it's starting to go down in there or not. Alright, I think it is. This is slow going. You see it's starting to disappear. Alright. Still some sticking out, but it's in there good. And then we pull it out. Alright. Same thing with this one. We'll cut the excess off. Now we'll put some air in it and put it on the vehicle, check it in the morning, and make sure it's still airtight. Alright, so we'll go ahead and we'll inflate this back up. In case you're wondering if the patch is going to come flying out, patch is right down there. And for this tire, we inflate it to 44 pounds. Alright, so this is set overnight. It's still inflated, but the test is going to be, does it still hold the pressure that I put in it yesterday of around 40 pounds. Yep, it's still good. So that means our patch is good. We're ready to drive.